Hey students, today we are doing lesson 2-6, and so I'd like you to go get your workbook, a pencil, maybe some scratch paper, so we can practice some problems together. We are on page 65, so if you don't have your items ready, please pause the video, go get it, get your workbook and pencil, and open your book to 65. Alrighty, here's our learning goal. You can read it with me. I can use models to add and subtract decimals in multi-step problems. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click over to our Solve and Share. I'm going to read the problem with you, and then I want you to pause, give it a try, and see if you can come up with that final answer. At a baseball game, Sheena brought a sandwich for $6.95 and 2 pretzels for $2.75 each. She paid with a $20 bill. How much change did she receive? Solve this problem any way you choose. Use the bar diagrams down here to help. Go ahead and pause, give that problem a try, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, let me grab a marker. Swoop. Hopefully you gave it a try. We are going to go back, look at our problem, and see what information we need. So Sheena is buying a sandwich for $6.95, two pretzels for $2.75 each. Ooh, that each is important because that just means I don't have just one for $2.75. I have 2 of them there. She paid with a $20 bill. How much change did she receive? So when I'm thinking about this, what is my first step is what I'm coming up with. Well, to know how much change she got back, I have to know how much she spent overall. So I'm going to use this bar diagram, and on top of it, if you did not use yours, I want you to write this down. I'm going to put a question mark and total because I don't know how much she spent. I have to add it all together, right? It's a skill that we all have, but we have to figure it out. So we can break this bar down into, she bought 3 things, right? We've got our sandwich. And our sandwich was $6.95. We've got a pretzel. And we know she didn't just buy 1 pretzel, she bought 2. So we have $2.75 and $2.75. $sign, that's our label for that. Okay, so in order to find the total, obviously I can see I need to add up everything that she bought. That's what the register does when you're ringing it through. So if I take my, I might do my $2.75 and my $2.75 first, just because I'm gonna have a lot of doubles. And so when I'm adding that, it'll go a little bit more quickly. So $2.75, $2.75. So if I add those together, 5 and 5 is 10, 7 and 7 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. 2 and 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So on the pretzels, she spent $5.50. Now I have to add the sandwich to that. And so the sandwich, I'm going to add $6.95. So then I have 0 plus 5 is, I'm adding. I was in subtraction land for a second there. Okay, so 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 9, okay, well, that might not be very easy to add in your head, but one thing that you can do is use compensation here. So I could look at my 9 and make it a 10 in my head, and then I could add 5 to that. Well, that's 15, but then go back 1, so 14. So I'm just trying to teach you little skills while we're going through this, even though that's not the lesson today, so you can learn lots of things during the lesson that aren't on topic. Okay, our next one, I'm gonna do 5 plus 1 gives me 6. Well, 6 and 6, I know, is 12. So she spent a total of, I can replace my question mark here, $12.45. Okay, now, am I done? Let's go check. She paid with a $20 bill. How much change did she receive? Did she magically get $12.45 back? No. I've had a lot of students tell me, oh, well, we're done, $12.45. I got an answer. We're not finished. Multi-step, remember? Okay, so now I need to use this second diagram to figure out how much change she's getting back. So she's paying with, what did she hand the cashier? $20. And then part of that, well, maybe not right there. My lines aren't perfect. Is the $12.45 that she spent on all of her yummy food, right? Pretzel, sandwich, I'm in. But what we don't know is the change. So here we knew, okay, well, I had to add it all together to get the total. Well, I have the total, I have part of it, So this is going to be some subtraction between my total and the amount that she spent. So let's take a look at that. We've got $20 and we're taking away $12.45. We're gonna have some regrouping to do. Whenever you get a number that's bigger with a bunch of zeros on top, you know you're gonna have to regroup. So our zero, well, we gotta come over to the zero. We got nothing. We gotta come over to the zero. We got nothing. So I'm gonna cross out this 2. I'm gonna make it a 1. And then I have a 0 here, so I'm bringing 10 over. But I'm not done giving. So I have to cross out this 10 and make it a 9. This is something that 5th grade students often skip over. They go 10, 10, 10, and they're done. Well, that's not how that works. Every time you move numbers over, you're giving 10 because this one is its place value is 10 times greater than the one to the right of it. So now I have 10 here, but I'm not done yet. I gotta give another 10 next door. So that becomes a 9. And so our final one is a 10. So we have a 1, a 9, a 9, and a 10. So 10 take away 5, well, that's 5. 9 take away 4 is also 5. Decimal, 9 take away 2 is 7. And 1 minus 1, well, that's 7. So the change that she's going to get back is our $7.55. Fills in our change. Alrighty, let me go ahead and erase. And we are going to talk through our visual learning bridge, and then we are going to work through a problem together. All right, so Monica, I'm over here. You are over on page 66. Flip your page over. You're looking at part A. Here we go. Monica wants to buy all of the art supplies shown on the sign. All of them. Wow, what an artist. Okay. She has a coupon for $5.50 off the cost of her purchases. What will Monica's total cost be after the discount? So our first question is, what do I need to do to solve the problem? Well, I have to find, kind of like our previous problem with the snacks, I have to find how much she's spending total for the art supplies. So modeling in math means we can apply math that I've learned to solve problems. And so we're going to model with those little bars down in part C. So we have used the diagrams to represent the situation. So our $59.95 was the easel, $24.95 was a set of paints, the smock, which is like a little cover that you put on, you probably do it in art class when you wear like an apron, is $9.75, and then our last one, the canvas board, is $13.50. So they have all of it in the bar, and then our question mark is the total cost. So then they had to add it all together, and they got a total of $108.15. So now that's the total before the discount. The last one was how much she paid, and so this is the total before we get to take away some. And what we get to take away is $5.50. I guess every little bit helps, but man, that on a 108 receipt is not as much of a discount as I would want. But neither here nor there. Okay, so now I need to find the total amount after she gets that $5.50 off. So we would take our 108 up here, subtract what's in our bar, $5.50, and we get the $102.65. And the bar diagrams just really help us map out what we need to do in those multi-step problems. Let's try one together. Nate. I had a Nate as a student once. He was a really funny kid. I like Nate. Okay, Nate had $30.50. He wants to buy a dog sweater that costs $15. That sounds like Miss Collins for sure. A toy that costs $3.79. And a leash that costs $14.79. How much more money does he need? Ooh, okay, so what do we need to find before we can solve the problem? Well, we've got all these items. We know what they cost separately. So we need to find what they cost together. So how much the total order costs is what we need to find before. So, and then I want to point out something in the problem. It says, how much more money does he need? So does Nate have enough money quite yet? No. So that helps us wrap our brain around the problem and what kind of answer that we're looking for. So now it's telling us number 2, draw bar diagrams to represent the problem and then solve the problem. Show the equations you use to solve the problem. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 bar diagrams. Mine won't be perfect. If I'm drawing, you're drawing. I guess I'm using part of that. We do a rectangle, and then the total is gonna go, I drew these kind of close together now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna make this one somewhere else because I even covered the words. Sometimes I think that eraser is too big. Let's do one over here too. Okay, well, I said my first step right here is the total cost of all the items. So I need to put my $15 for the sweater, $3.79 for the leash. That's kind of a cheap leash. And $14.79 for, oh, that's why I was like, the leash is $3? No, Miss Collins. The toy is $3.79. That's fine. And the leash is $14.79. Okay, and our question mark is the total for how much they all are. So what we need to do is add them up together. So one thing that I think I could do pretty easily is take my $14.79 and add my $15 to it. Because I know my 79 is going to be the end of it, and if I'm thinking about using compensation, well, if I did 14 to 15, I know 15 and 15 is 30. So if I go down 1, because it's really 14, I'd be at 29. And you could just add those up together, but it's good to kind of train your brain to think outside the box. So the total amount is for just the, what am I doing? Leash and sweater is $29.79. Ooh. So he doesn't have to buy those right now, but he also wants to buy the toy, which I think is very sweet. So now I need to add my $3.79. We've got some doubles, so that's nice because they're number additions that you might remember. So 9 and 9 is 18. Carry your 1 over. Don't forget it. Miss Collins likes to circle it because sometimes you forget. It's so small, it doesn't want to be forgotten. Don't forget it. So then I'm going to do 7 and 7 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. 9 plus 3, well, that's 12. And then plus 1 more is 13. 1, lots of carries today. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. So the total amount he is spending on his dog, because he is such a good dog owner, is $33.58. Okie dokie. So from there, I have to decide how much more money he's going to need. So what makes that difficult is he has a certain amount, and he's got close, right? He has $30. The total amount he needs is $33.58. That's an ugly 8. Try that again. 8. And what's missing right here is the little bit more that he needs. So I know I'm going to deal with subtraction. And here we knew, oh, I'm going to add all those together. Well, here I'm going to take my $33.58 and take away my 30. Which is nice because all my zeros are on the bottom. So now it's not that big of a deal. So I can do 8 take away 0 is 8. 5 take away 0 is 5. And my decimal point comes straight down. Don't forget it. 3 take away 0 is 3. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. So he only needs, how much does he have need, is $3.58. And I bet maybe, if he asked really nicely, somebody in his family would help him out, right? Okay, we are going to work on our next model with math couple problems during our small group. I'm not really going to assign one for you to try right now. This lesson, it has a little less problems, but each problem is more work. Let me know if you have any questions.